Hello, fellow aspirants. This is me, Dr. Jagdish Jagtap, and in today's podcast, we'll be talking about river water disputes. So, let us first see the causes of these disputes. The first and foremost cause is that rivers do not follow political boundaries, and that is why we always have an upstream state. Suppose this is the state upstream, and this is another one is downstream state, and this river is flowing through this state from one state to another. So suppose this is the river and it is flowing from one state, and this is the second state. This is flowing from one state to another, and this is the boundary. So these rivers cut across political boundaries, so definitely some disputes are bound to arise. Second thing is that disputes arise mostly when there is a deficit of rainfall. Whenever we have surplus rainfall, disputes hardly arise. So as we see a global warming trend and climatic patterns become more erratic, chances of water deficit is more, and that is why chances of more and more river disputes is also there. Thirdly, pollution. If an upstream state, that is state number 1 here, pollutes the river, definitely the downstream state will get polluted water. That is why then also they will have a dispute. And thirdly, dam construction. Suppose an upstream state puts up a dam here. So what happens is the downstream state will receive less water. So there will be a dispute. And suppose this downstream state puts up a dam, and the backwater of that dam floods the up state, then also there will be a dispute. So dams are also reason of disputes. The constitution deals with the river water disputes in article 262. It says that the center can provide for tribunals to settle these disputes, and as we all know, river water is a state subject. There are some historical aspects also, because some disputes have been raging on since colonial times. For example, we had the state of Mysore, that is present day Karnataka, and we had the presidency of Madras, that is present day state of Tamil Nadu, and both of them during those times had a dispute over the Kaveri river, and even today they have a dispute over Kaveri river. There are some parliamentary acts which have been made to govern the river water disputes. One of them is the Interstate River Water Disputes Act 1956. Some examples of disputes are Krishna River, Vamsdhara River, Kaveri River and Satluj River. After discussing all this, we have to give a way forward. Like, what can we do in this? We cannot manufacture more water. So what we can do is we have to use less water intensive crops. Secondly, and most importantly, we have to depoliticize the issue. At present, what happens is, the moment there is a river water dispute, both states and the political parties therein capitalize on those issues and start fomenting trouble. But it has to be dealt in a more objective manner, because there are farmers and there are Indian citizens on both sides of the border. So both their concerns have to be taken in mind. So first and foremost, the issue should be depoliticized. Thirdly, there should be civil society interactions between the people on both sides, so that they have developed some kind of empathy for each other. An example is the Kaveri family initiative by farmers on both sides of the Karnataka-Tamil Nadu border. And finally, better water management. This includes a host of measures. They could be drip irrigation, sprinkler irrigation, fertigation, so on and so forth. Prime example is Israel. Israel has less water availability than Pune district, but despite that, they have achieved a lot of not only food sufficiency, but they export a lot of quality products, agricultural products out of their country also. So this is like we can learn from them. And finally, the principle which has to be used for settling these water disputes is equitable apportionment approach. This means that if you want to settle a river dispute, suppose this is a river and this is the boundary, then we have to keep in mind certain factors like the volume of water or the number of people which live here on either side, and taking in mind these things, we have to come to a settlement. Even today the tribunals follow this approach only, so if we can just mention this approach and underline it, it will give a good weightage to the answer. I hope this was helpful. Keep studying. Have an awesome day.